This is called magical. I don't know if you know it's magical. Let's do question 17. Okay, question 17. A girl is riding a bicycle at constant velocity of 3.5 meters per second, as shown in the diagram. G is equal to 3.5 meters per second, t equal to 0, and then continuously into t equal to t. At time t equal to 0, she passes a boy B sitting on a bicycle that's stationary. So at t equal to 0, there's boy B, who is u equal to 0, stationary. Here, at time t equal to 0, the boy sets off to catch up the girl. He accelerates uniformly from time t equal to 0 until he reaches a speed of 5.6 meters per second. So if you were to draw this diagram, he will reach a u 0, and then he reaches a point where it is v equal to 5.6 meters per second in a time of 5 seconds. He then continues at a constant speed of 5.6 meters per second. So after that, from this speed, he continues onwards with this particular speed for t is equal to t. T is measured in seconds. At time t equal to t, the boy catches up with the girl. So boy means girl when t is equal to big T. Determine the time taken for the boy to catch up with the girl. You have to find time t. So as structural information is complete, now we have to understand how do we get time t. So the other thing you have to remember, when time is equal to t, that's when they both meet. Also something interesting happens. The distance moved between both boy and girl becomes equal. Let's call it big S. So big T, then meet, big S will be the same distance moved. When you think about it, why? Girls moving is object, boy is a girl. Therefore, in order to catch up, they must, at the very end, at the same time, at the same displacement path to meet each other. So these are the two main criteria. Not easy if you don't know this fact, but once you can think logically, it actually makes perfect sense. So let's check if we need to redraw this diagram. So girl, UV Saturday line, UV SAT, S equal to S A0, she will make constant speed, and time equal to big T. U equal to 3.5 meters per second, V equal to 3.5 meters per second. So nothing spectacular. Now comes the boy. As we can see earlier from here already, there's actually two parts to the diagram. We have when time t equal to 0, t is equal to 5 seconds, t equal to big T. So u is equal to 0, v is equal to 5.6 meters per second, SAT, unknown here, acceleration not shown here, but time given to be 5 seconds. Then over here, if you do your Saturday line, when they meet, let's call this W, he maintains the constant speed, so it's still 5.6 meters per second. SAT, we don't know. A0 because it's constant. T, careful, only for this part, it will be T minus 5 seconds. So, if we take the whole thing and have a Saturday here, S will be equal to big S, and A will be problematic because there is acceleration here, there's no acceleration here, and time, however, will be big T. Another thing that we can do here is perhaps label the distance SB1 and SB2. SB1 and SB2. Void displacement 1, void displacement 2. So it will be equal to SB1 plus SB2. Okay, so from our original extraction of information, we further simplify the diagram so that we can fully capitalize the answers required. I'm just going to change the pen because the ink here is fading away. Hopefully this one works. Okay, so now our setup is complete. And we can actually see SB1, we got 1, 2, 3. 3 variables allows you to use the equation to find SB1. Here, constant, so nothing much can be done about that. So let's try with this one. Write down our 5 equations of motion, which is S is equal to U plus V over 2 times time. This is your average velocity times time. Definition of acceleration, change in velocity over change in time, also known as V minus U over T. The twins, S equal to UT plus half AT squared. S is equal to VT minus half AT squared. V squared equal to U squared plus 2AS. Good. Constant velocity. A equal to 0. The only equation does not have A here is the first one. So let's extract the equation here. We can actually use the average velocity times time. So big S here will be 5.6, which is not 5.6 in this case because at 3.35. So 3.5 meters per second times big T. Okay? So our first equation sorted. Now come to this one, the first part here, which is V1. What information can we extract from V1? We don't know what A is. We already got 3 information, so we do not need A. And the equation where we can find S will be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, if you do not want A taken into consideration, that means we also want to use this equation here. So SB1 is equal to 0 plus 5.6 over 2 times your T here, which is 5.0. So that will give us our B1. Next, we go to our B2. What equation can we use here? Acceleration is equal to 0. So, with high chance, we'll use the same equation. So, as B2 equal to, in this case, 5.6 plus 5.6 because same velocity divided by 2. Careful here, the time is T minus 5, so big T minus 5. And what is big S here? Big S is quite simply S is equal to SBQ1 plus SB2. Maybe to make life easier, I will put a marker here to show this is actually a capital, so that you guys make it easier for you to understand that we're playing capital here. So what is SB1? 5.6, 2, 2, 2 plus here. What's the ratio of 5.6 plus 5.6 divided by 2 is 5.6. 5.6 t minus 5. Okay, so your distance move with the meet for the girl and now for the boy. So all you need to do is just put them together and you get 3.5 t is equal to 5.6 times 5.0 over 2 plus 5.6 t minus 5.0. The rest is max. So hopefully make t the subject and hopefully you get the answer. I got calculated with me, so you can pause this video for a moment. And then once you pause the video, hopefully you get the number you need to find, which in this case will be 6.7. Key criteria, remember this. When they meet, they are also the same displacement from the beginning. Means they move the same distance in order to meet exactly time t. Once that is done, get your UV set line for the boy and girl. Realize the boy gets 2 sections, but heating, time, and total displacement move will be exactly the same. Construct your equations required, and then in the end, since displacement is same, your t, which is same, can be found. So I hope you understand this video, although it's a challenging question, but realize that it's doable as long as your techniques are clear, your equations are clear, and your maths are clear. Okay, I hope you understand this video. If not, please replay this video. And if any of the numbers does not tally, feel free to give me a feedback.